Hey guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. So, this is going to be a bit of a different video. Typically, my videos are more about being a flight attendant, how to get a job as a flight attendant, what I do on my layovers, my cats, of course, because everything comes down to my cats. This is going to be a different video in that I want to share with you some of my experiences with a product that Teami sent me recently. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been on this little adventure leaving coffee. Coffee has been a very, very bad boyfriend. I've leaned on caffeine through coffee for decades. And about 2 months ago, I'm guessing, Teami, this company, Teami sent me some tea and said, hey, and a tumbler, which I have over in the kitchen somewhere. But they sent me these things and said, hey, if you like it, maybe you might want to tell your subscribers. And I'm like, sure, okay, if I like it. And if you have been following me, it's been life-changing. I've had 2 cups of coffee in the course of the last 2 months. And that is, I should be dead, honestly, because that's how much I depend on coffee. I know there's one of my coworkers has the channel Hunter, and he lives for iced tea. I've never cared for tea really at all until Teami sent me some tea, and I've really fallen in love with it. Then they sent me some cosmetic sponges, some face wash sponges that I loved, not for work, because at my work trips I really can't dry them out as I would like to. And they sent me a sugar scrub, a green tea scrub that I love. It hasn't been as life-changing as their tea has been, of course, but it's become an everyday, almost everyday part of my skincare regimen. I love it. Well, I am definitely Team Teami. They sent me, they're launching a new product, and I think they're pre-launching it today. Is that a word, pre-launch? They're launching it officially, I think, on the 24th. There is a personal blender, and they sent me a box that looks just like this. Ta-da! Looks just like this. They sent me a box with a personal blender inside and a container of their Teami greens, which is like a powdered form of spinach and broccoli and kale and seaweed and all sorts of stuff. Kelp. Nope, that's not for you, Claire. And they sent me that, and they sent me this personal blender. Now, you've seen me, if you've watched my videos, I've been using it, the Teami greens, in smoothies for the past 2 weeks. And I have been loving it. Again, I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry. I wanted to show you the blender, but I'm still talking. So, if you follow my channel, I don't make resolutions on New Year's, but I did make sort of a decision to be more responsible to myself, be a friend to myself this year. And meaning, I want to be more mindful about how I spend my money, because I don't have a lot, and I seem to blow it on, well, cat treats. I want to pay more attention to my diet. I'm not on a diet so much, but I really need to be more mindful about what I eat, because I've gained a lot of weight over the past year, and it's not pleasant. I have to exhale before tying my shoes, right? What else? And physical fitness. I'm trying to hit the gym more often. So today I went to the gym, and I brought my, haha, did you see it? This is the personal blender. This is the Teami. It's a little wet inside because I cleaned it last night. It's the Teami Mixit personal blender, and I'll give you a tour of it in a moment. But first, well, should I give you a tour now? Yeah, I will give you a tour now. And then I'm going to make a smoothie, and then I'm going to add a couple clips that I've taken over the past week or so of some things I've tried. I've never used a personal blender before. I have a blender, and I make smoothies at home. I really enjoy them. And I'll tell you, after I make this smoothie and I'm drinking it, I'll give you my favorite pros and cons about the blender. So let's take a tour, shall we? USB port. There is a little silicone cover for that, which I seem to have accidentally torn off while it was in my suitcase. It snaps back on, but it's in my suitcase somewhere, and I can't find it. But this bottom never gets wet, so it's not really an issue for me that that little cover isn't there. There's the power button, of course. The blender bottle is a glass. It's a glass bottle, no plastic. It doesn't weigh a lot, but it's not like, it's glass, so it's not gonna absorb flavors. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's gonna be part of my pros and cons. Glass bottle. This is a, sports, shush, I just threw some water. A sports bottle kind of top, so you can drink right out of it. That, of course, screws off. This, which is the, that's the bottle, just comes off the base, so you can just clean the bottle. And to clean it, just drop a drop of dishwashing liquid in there, blend it for a second, pour it out, rinse it out, you're done. And then there's the base, which is the power. There's, I think, 4,000 milliamps, the battery. I'm not sure what I'm talking about. I'm not very high tech, but it's a very strong battery. I've been comparing it to what I've been reading about. One of the more popular blenders is out there. It's called BlendJet or something, and it's got half the battery capacity than this one. But in a little carrying strap that is silicone. So that's a tour of the Mixit. Let's make a smoothie, shall we? All right, so I was going to make this at the gym, and I realized I did not take the fruit that I wanted to take with me. So I went to the grocery store. This is a little story time while I make this smoothie. I went to the supermarket to buy some fruit. And I was sitting at the bus stop waiting for my bus. And there are a couple little mouse holes under a lamppost at the gym. And I'm using 2 scoops of this protein powder. There's little mouse holes. And whenever I have like French fries, because if you see my body, I'm built on French fries. If I have French fries or whatever kind of extras with me, food from us, I guess I'm using a couple of these, fast food joint or something, I leave some food next to the holes so that the mice can eat, because it's the desert. There's not a lot to eat out here, right? Well, tonight I had 2 containers of raspberries that I got on sale. And so I got 4 raspberries eventually. And I kind of squished them a little bit so that the mice could smell it. And I put some raspberries near the hole. And I just, for kicks, thought I would film it for a second to see if one of the mice popped out and ate it. I'm going to include this clip of the mouse after I'm ruining the surprise. It came out. I'm going to include that clip right after I finish talking about and making this smoothie because I think it's cute. All right, so there is 2 scoops of, I'm using a Muscle Milk protein powder that I got on sale. Like, it was $13. It says 2 scoops, 8 ounces of water. I'm going to eyeball. This is 16 ounces, so I'll put half the bottle on there. Commercial for Dasani, right? That's about half the bottle. And I will admit, one of the reasons I don't typically, oh, there's Eleanor. I don't typically buy these protein powders and stuff. I usually just eat yogurt or something. One of the reasons I don't, I'm putting some raspberries in there. I don't eat these protein shakes because I hate the taste. I hate the texture. I love these little Muscle Milk, the pre-made, the pre-mixed ones in the bottles. They're delicious. They're like a milkshake. They're yummy. The powdered one doesn't taste the same, and it doesn't feel the same. So I figured I would make it a little bit better by adding some fruit. And so I'm adding some blueberries, some raspberries. Claire is watching every move I make. And I think that's enough. Oh, what the hell? I'll add some more blueberries. So you put your stuff in there. You want to leave a little bit of room at the top because it has to spin around and do its thing. And I think there's enough water in there. And I'm going to just maybe turn this camera around. Hold on one second. All right, so I'm going to push this button down here twice. Claire does not like this noise. And I think it turns off after 30 seconds or 40 seconds. They tell you you can take it up a little bit. I'm going to have to because some of this powder is not blending. But you'll see the blueberries and raspberries have really mixed up. Alright. Hold on, what's that? Alright, so it's blended. It blended for about, I guess, about 40 seconds. And you can see the consistency is, the fruit is really chopped up. Now I'm going to taste it. Let me pause here for a moment. Alright, back. So I've already learned the hard way that when pushing this button, this lid's going to flip up. This is one of my negatives. I'm going to ruin the surprise. The lid pops up and it snaps back. And there's a little bit of stuff here, it's going to fling that way. So a little tip, push the button to open it. Just kind of give it a little bumper before you do it with your fingertip. So I can just drink it like this, or I can take the base off and then put this on ice in my ice bin, that backup ice bin, or put it in my lunch bag, or blend it up before I leave the house before I leave the hotel, I should say. Put it in my lunch bag to stay cold and then drink it on the airplane. So I can use this all sorts of ways. But now let's just taste this because, all right, so later, I keep talking. Later on in one of these videos, you're going to see I tried drinking it with my glasses on and it got caught. Just turn the lid. That, my friends, is delicious. It tastes a little bit like melted ice cream. Very happy with that. So you can drink it out of the sports top or clearly unscrew the lid and, well, like a mason jar. Oh my God. So it tastes like melted ice cream, but it also feels like melted ice cream. The texture is almost whipped. That's very nice. That's very nice. All right. So I'm going to now show you the clip of that mouse because I think it's hysterical. Then you're going to see a couple clips of me using it at the in a layover hotel, on an airplane, and where else? In the airport. Then after I finish showing you those clips, I'm going to give you my pros and cons that of the mixer. And then I have a surprise. I'm doing a giveaway of one of the Mixits. I'll tell you about that in a moment. So keep watching. Want to see how weird I am? Oh, see the did you see that? Did you see the little raspberry? A little mouse took it. There's a hole there, and there's a hole in that little dark corner. This is they took 3 of them. It's a bus stop. It's my bus stop on South Maryland. And there's a couple little mice that live over here. And whenever I can, I leave little bits of food over there. Let me get my camera towards me. Whenever I have something with me, extra food or something, I'll put food next to the little holes over there. And today I had raspberries. I got 2 containers of them on sale. And so I put 3 good-sized raspberries next to the hole. And I just caught one taking the raspberry. I'm very excited. So this is how pathetic I am. I feed pigeons. I haven't filmed myself doing it because it's sad. I film pigeons. I feed pigeons and I feed mice and stray cats. What has happened to me? No idea. Okay, here's one of my little experiments with my little Teami Mixit. I think it's called Mixit. This is an apple I got from my grab and go this morning at our hotel in Fort Lauderdale. And there's some dried apricots in there, but I want to add a couple more once if this has been blended. I know it's fully charged because it has a green little circle down here. Unplug that. I'm going to hit the button twice and see what happens. Apparently it blends for 40 seconds on its own, and it stops automatically. It doesn't dance around. That's nice. Okay. Okay, that was 40 seconds. I'm going to give it a little shake because the dried apricots did not blend. The apple is pulverized, so I'm going to open this up. I'm going to toss in a couple more apricots because why not? See what happens. Bink, 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 bink. Put this on top. The motor on this is 4,000 milliamps or something. It's twice the other blenders I found on Amazon in terms of battery power. So let's hit this one more time. All right, so that was a green apple and probably, I don't know, 8 or 10 small dried apricots. It's kind of a pale chartreuse color. And it is lovely. It was probably about a cup of water. Oh, that's very good. Very delicious. Now I'm going to add some of my Teami greens to see what happens here. All right. 1 scoop of to the color. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to the color on this smoothie. Come on, get in there. All right, that's the Teami greens. Ta-da! That. Let's see what happens to the color of this smoothie. This is going to be fun. So I'm going to hit this power button twice. Bam! And you can see the little chunks of apricot. Most of the apricot was really chopped up, really small by the blender, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not sure if I was supposed to do that. Let me just give this a little shakaroo. And that looks pretty blended. And this smoothie, because I added, wow, the color is wild. Look at this. That is wild. I could drink out of the bottle like a sports drink bottle, but okay. Now it was delicious. I'm sorry, I'm watching an awful movie called Mortal Engines. It's awful, but it tastes the same. There is a slight, no pun intended, a slight greenness. Yeah, no surprise. But it's delicious. If I wanted to add a little honey, I could, but I think it's delicious. This might be my dinner tonight because I've eaten like a pig the past couple of days. But so that is one of my first experiments with this Teami Mixit. I've never used one of these little travel blenders, but I took it with me on this trip. Right now I'm in my hotel room in, where am I? Cleveland. So this is tasty. Success here. I think I may add a little honey to this just to make it a little bit sweeter, but big success. So that was a green apple and probably, I don't know, 10 small dried apricots. If I had some ginger or maybe some little baby carrots, I think I might try that next time. So I'll hit the grocery store when I get home to buy some of those things and add that to my next experiment. So there you go. There is one experiment with my Teami Mixit and some of my Teami greens. All right, a little update. I added some honey. Fantastic. Now we want to add cinnamon, if not some ginger, but that's my next time. Fantastic. Hey guys, all right, so here's my Teami Mixit, the mixer bottle. And inside I have a carrot, as you see. I'm sorry the lighting is so bad. I'm on board the aircraft. So there's a cut up carrot down there, some raw ginger, a good sized piece of apple, and some water inside my Teami Mixit thingy. This is glass, and so I had this in the fridge, and then I had it on ice, so it's really cold. I don't have to put ice inside my mixer. And I have a couple dried apricots because that worked out so well last time. So after this blends up, I'm going to throw some apricots in there and see what happens. I can only do this with one hand, so I'm going to put this... Oh, no, I need both hands, so hold on one moment. Oh, hold on. All right, we're being catered in the back, so I literally am going to be blending my smoothie in the overhead bin. All right, so I have to push this twice. Oh, it's too... I got too much stuff in there. Let me give it a little wiggle. All right. Oh, come on. Sorry, it's my carrot. There we go. So I'm pretty impressed with the motor. It's a 4,000 milliamp battery in here, so I really can blend quite a lot. How's this for impromptu smoothie? Have you ever had a smoothie in an overhead bin on an airplane? All right, so inside again I have carrots, an apple, some ginger. I think that's it. And I'm gonna put my apricots in there now. Hold on one sec. All right, so I had that way too full. I'm still learning how to use this thing. I had it way too full with fruit. It was like all the way to the top. So I poured some out because I'm gonna drink it. I like it as it is. But I poured some cran apple in there because I had some from the plane. And then I put a scoop of my, I'm sorry, my out of camera. I put a scoop of my Teami greens in there. Bam, green. And I don't think I have to blend that very long. So I'm still learning how to use this and make really good combinations, but I'm really enjoying it. And if I can literally, while we deplane and reboard, if I can make a smoothie that helps me get through the rest of my day, yeah, win. That's a big win. Let me get out of my, go back to my galley and drink my smoothie. So this is the smoothie. It's a little bit thick because I had too much fruit in there. Sorry, my hand's in the camera. So that original combination was really yummy. It's there's too much fruit in the bottle, so I should have put more liquid. But it's yummy. I was afraid the ginger was going to be too much, but it's just enough. So my next sip will be the green one with my Teami greens. I'll show you how that tastes, or I'll tell you how that tastes in a moment. All right, so that second batch where I put the cran apple in there with some of the Teami greens, flawless. It is unbelievably delicious. The cran apple really helped. It's delicious. And since this Teami greens has matcha in it, it's going to help me get from Vegas to Sacramento and back to Vegas while being completely conscious, which will be really nice, right? So this was a success. The apple, ginger, carrots. I did not put the apricots in there because it was already too full. But that combination was really delicious with some cran apple instead of just water. I didn't add honey. If I had had some honey, I probably would have skipped the cran apple and just used some water instead. But this is delicious. Like delicious. Like yum. So I'm looking forward to taking this with me on future trips, particularly long ones. I'm not sure why catering wants to come in. Did they already come up in front? Oh, all right. All right, I'll see you guys later. One thing I like about this Teami Mixit, I'm gonna do a pro and con kind of thing at the end of this video, but one of the things I do like, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek, is the fact that I can take the blender, the base off, and drink it out of its container, and it's got this little drink top, like a sports bottle, so I can actually drink out of this rather than have to decant into another container, you know. So bottoms up, so good. Oh, okay, so I just got off a flight from Baltimore to Fort Lauderdale. I left my food in the fridge in Baltimore, but I got an apple at the front desk in our grab and go. There's some crayon apple, and I'm going to be putting a scoop of my Teami greens in there just to kind of round it out. And this is going to nicely balance my chicken empanadas that are in here. Hold on one second, I'll show you what this looks like once I blend it. Right, there's a big scoop, a big solid scoop of my Teami greens. And you know, I'm doing it at the airport, waiting for my flight to Santo Domingo. Alright, I'm gonna hit that magic button twice. That's it. Alright, I'm gonna pause this so you don't have to watch it blend. Alright, it's got I guess it blends for like 40 seconds. And that is crayon apple, because I had it on the plane, an apple from my layover hotel, because I left all my other food in the refrigerator at the hotel, and one giant scoop of my Teami greens. Hi again, so bottoms up. Now I could take the base off of this, but I'm lazy. That lid gets caught in my glasses. So, I think it might be easier to decant into a cup or something to drink, but pretty yummy. The blender takes care of most of the apple. There's occasional little chunks, but I'm not a real established smoothie drinker, so I can't tell you if that's abnormal or not. It is awfully convenient to be able to do this easily enough in an airport. Yay. There you go. All right, so that is not the most complicated smoothie, but it's super handy, and the matcha in this Teami greens hopefully will get me onto Santo Domingo without being fatigued, because it's going to be a long flight there and back. All right, so there you go. One more smoothie down on the go. When I grew this mustache, I had to learn how to eat again without having food all over my face. All right, some pros and cons. I'm going to ruin the surprise. There's more pros than there are cons. First and foremost, the size of this container. This, when I poured the water in, it was 8 ounces of water, 2 scoops of the protein powder, and probably a handful of berries, and it was just enough. That's perfect. The problem for me when I'm at home making smoothies with my blender, my regular blender, I have like 60 ounces of smoothie. I could eat a pie and have less calories than I would if I drank the entire smoothie I made. When I make smoothies in a blender, it's a full banana, an apple, a whole bunch of frozen fruit, some yogurt, some honey, and I'm piling it in there thinking, oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then suddenly I've got a blender this big full of smoothie. And if I eat it or drink it, I can't even tell you how many calories that must be. So with my goal of trying to be responsible for myself, excuse me, with my goal of trying to be responsible with how much I eat and watching my diet, instant portion control. And if I want more or need more, it just takes 2 seconds to put it in here. The battery, this is another selling point, the battery is enormous on this. And so if I want more, or I want more later, or I want to make a smoothie before I go to bed, or when I wake up in the morning, Wake up in the morning on a layer of a hotel and I don't want to eat instant oatmeal again. A smoothie, fruit from my lunch bag, maybe some yogurt, an apple, whatever, and I can have breakfast that's not instant oatmeal again when I'm on a layover. That's another selling point. So the battery is super powerful. Nothing works if you don't have it all together. It won't blend. So it's not gonna surprise you in your luggage. So I do, when I'm traveling, I take these two pieces apart just in case, because it's not going to start or stop on its own. The bottle is glass, so it's going to clean really easily. It's not going to absorb stain. It's not going to be leaching chemicals into whatever I'm eating. So it's a glass bottle. So none of that. I don't have to worry. Does it have that BHPL, whatever it is? Glass. Hi, buddy. Buddy wants a bit of a smoothie. The sports top. Don't knock the camera over. The sports top. Little buddy. Hey, buddy. The sports top is handy. It's convenient if I don't have a cup. Like right now, I'm not going to get up and go grab a glass. It's convenient. I can drink out of this easily enough. There's a silicone stopper on top to stop it from pouring. I don't think this is as leak-proof as like a Contigio insulated cup that I'm in love with, but it's not going to spill in my lunch bag. So what else do I love about it? It's cute. Now, I know some of you don't care, but when I was at the airport, see that little blinking light? That tells me that it's all put together properly and I could use it again if I wanted to. So in one of the clips you just saw, I was at the airport in Fort Lauderdale, and one of my coworkers went, "Oh, what is that? You have all the gadgets." I don't. But you know what? I like, it's my little ego is kind of pumped up a little bit when people look at my mixer, and then she saw my Teami, my insulated tumbler for my tea with a little screen inside. She's like, "You have all the gadgets." She saw my Hot Logic Mini. These little gadgets make my life easier and better. So yes, I have all the gadgets, and I don't mind being the person people look to for directions or suggestions in terms of what tools would help them or improve their situation as well. So that's kind of a selling point. It's super cute. You can take the bottom off. I already told you about that. There's so much to like about it that it will, I keep thinking of things. It slips into my luggage. No problem. So, you know, my rollerboard, and most rollerboards, except for Briggs & Riley, which is very expensive, most rollerboards has the trolley handle will be inside the body of the luggage. That leaves a couple sort of long recesses next to those. This just slides right in along the bones of my rollerboard, so it doesn't roll around, rock around. And as I mentioned, I separate the two of them, drop them in there. On the other side, I have my cosmetic bag, because even weight distribution is important on aircraft as well as my luggage. It slips into my luggage. It doesn't weigh very much, which is nice. What else? I think that's what those are my big selling points. One more, because I can't stop talking. It's improving, I think, my diet easily. Just in a matter of 30 seconds, I was able to throw some berries into a protein drink that I hate drinking on its own, and it tastes like ice cream. Win. That's a big win. And lately, I think you'll see it in those clips, is that I literally got an apple from my hotel, some dried apricots I had in my lunch bag, and some honey or whatever, and some crayon apple. Crayon apple was a big win too. I didn't have to sweeten it because I had the crayon apple in there. And I just blended it up real quick and super easy. It's better for me than eating the muffin that was sitting in the little the coffee shop right next to me. So instead of eating a muffin, I ate a smoothie with an apple and some yumminess. And it was easy, effortless, and it's really cost effective. That will now lead me into the couple things I don't like. There's just very few things I don't like. One thing I don't like is, and it's, all of these are negligible. I'm not going to do this because I'll end up with smoothie on my wall. But as I mentioned, it's still spurted. When you flip this up, if you don't put your finger on it or just guide it open, something is going to flip out of the lid. I can handle that. I don't know how they would make that different. So that's a negative. And the only other negative, and this is the only one. Oh, look at Claire. Hi, Claire. We'll keep her in the frame. The only other negative I can think of is that it's a little bit expensive. It retails, its full retail price is I think $80. Now, I spent $40 on my Hot Logic Mini. That felt expensive. The Hot Logic Mini has saved my life over and over and over again. This, I suspect, will improve my day almost every day I'm on a trip. Instead of eating instant oatmeal over and over again, or not eating breakfast on my layovers, I can instead turn fruit that usually my hotel gives me anyway, that I can get from the crew rooms, the grab and goes in the morning, or fruit I take with me from the grocery store on sale. I can turn that into something that really does impact my diet positively. So while it's a little expensive, in the end, I think it's going to be a super savings in terms of fat. And again, I'm not eating crap. So while it's expensive, there are blenders on Amazon, for example, for almost half the price. Are they as good a blender? I don't know, because I haven't used them all. But I'll tell you, I am very, very picky. I should be drinking this and not talking as much. Those are my two big pet peeves. Those are my only negatives I can think of. Only ones. This flips open a little fast, and it's a little expensive. I do have a discount code, surprise, in the description box below. If you go to teami.com and click on the link below, if you spend $24, I think up to $24, you'll get 20% off. If you spend over $34, read the link. You'll save 30%, and that 30% off is better than anything on the Teami website is going to offer you. My cats are acting up, I'm sorry. So, long story, a lot of benefits, 2 negatives in my book. I can't think of anything else negative. Oh, one more positive, it doesn't dance around, but you saw that in my clips. What else do I have to say to you? I think that's about it. So if you have any questions regarding the Teami Mixit, feel free to drop a comment below. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid for it. They sent me these things and said, hey, if you like them, share them with your subscribers, and I like them. So I'm super excited about this. Now, if you're still watching this, there's a reward for you. There's those discount codes as I included below. So if you're not willing to wait and see if you are a winner, there's a hint there. Did I already tell you? I'm giving one away. I know. It's $80. Yeah, it's a good giveaway. And a container of their Teami superfood, the Teami greens. So I think this was an accident. This is just to be honest and transparent. They sent me mine, and then a week later, I got another box in the mail. This box that one of you is going to get. And inside is your Teami Mixit. There's a little tour. This is, the body of it is all white. The power button and the little thing here and the silicone ring, I think, is a delicate little baby pink. So you're going to win one of these. One of you is going to win this. And inside is also a container of their Teami greens. Now this retails at $30, which is around the same price as other similar products that I see in the supermarket. But again, if you aren't going to be entering into this contest to win it, there's a discount code in my description box below. This is going on forever. I'm so sorry. If you're still watching this, congratulations. You're a saint. I say that all the time, though. So, how will you win? I'm going to do a giveaway for this. It's going to be in February. I'm thinking, is Valentine's Day too soon? Let's do Valentine's Day. let's do Valentine's Day. So I'm going to, on Valentine's Day, because I'll have to do something to make myself feel happy, because it's Valentine's Day, I'm going to pick a winner for this. Now, to enter, all you're going to have to do is go to and drop me an email, because it's just easy for me to keep track of who's going to enter the contest. So drop me an email. You can go into the About section at the top of the YouTube page. Look at the About link, and you're going to see an email address. You're going to see a mailbox address there. So drop me an email at my email address. It's steven.pereira@gmail.com. In the subject line, write enter me in the contest, or something like that. Doesn't have to be particular. You don't have to subscribe to my channel, although it would be very nice. It would be nice, but you don't have to. So if you want to win one of these Mixits, and I have to tell you, you're going to love it, drop me an email, enter into the subject line something about enter me in the contest, or please enter me, or whatever, so I'll know who is entering for sure. And one of you, will win a Mixit and a container of the Teami greens. All right, so this video has already gone on way too long. Thank you very much for watching. And once again, this isn't paid or anything. I will earn, if you do purchase anything on the website with my discount links, just to be transparent, I will earn it's a commission. So far I've received 2 commissions, and I want to say one was $8 and one was $7. So it's not a lot of money. But if you're going to buy it, click that link. All right. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know what you think. If you end up getting it, drop a comment below in this video, and I will talk to you later. Fly safe. Bye.